we've talked about this on the show before. Tom DeLonge of the band Blink-182. He was in Blink-182, and he left Blink-182 to really pursue UFOs. And he started an organization called To the Stars Academy. And he has since collaborating with some people from the FBI, some people from military intelligence. And the agenda of their organization is that they share information regarding what we know about UFOs with the public. And they do so via books and documentary series and I guess music to some extent, although I don't know if Tom DeLonge is doing any UFO specific music. But anyway, that's what that guy's got going on. And here's what happened yesterday. So check this out. Boom. Navy publishes 3 UFO videos previously posted by Tom DeLonge to the Stars Academy. All right, the clips were originally published by DeLonge in 2017. There's a little typo in this article. They say by twice, but I like this article because they have the clips in question. So here's the thing. All these clips are already available to the public. They just basically got approval from the U.S. Navy. The U.S. Navy was like, oh, okay, and then they published them. So there's not any new UFO footage. There's just, hey, the Navy said okay to some already in existence UFO footage and just republished it, which, you know, a guy who's kind of a skeptic about a lot of things like myself, my first instinct is, what are they trying to distract us from? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's all of a sudden, hey, we approve of these videos that already exist. It reminds me of, so every year around April, that's when Kurt Cobain died. And he died specifically, I believe April 5th was his death date. And I'm a huge Nirvana fan. And I have read all the books pertaining to his death. I have read and watched every side of it, from the side that is convinced that he killed himself and that's all there is to it, to the side that is convinced otherwise, that there's more to it. And, you know, there's a lot of my personal take. I don't think we'll ever really know the truth for sure. I can't say one way or another without a doubt that he was either, you know, murdered or he killed himself. There's a lot of inconsistencies out there. The Seattle police did not do a good job investigating, because they just kind of thought, oh, it's a rock star junkie, he shot himself. And there were a lot of things that didn't add up. And I personally think at this point, we're never going to know the truth for sure, which is sad, but that's my take on it. Not going to dive into that. Not going to dive down that rabbit hole right now. But the reason I bring that up, for years, especially in Seattle, every April, they would say, we have new unreleased stuff pertaining to, and it would just be like some photos that some police officer took on the scene. It would just be like they were tossing red meat to the lion, so to speak. You know, just kind of like tickling people's curiosity glands. But meanwhile, everything they were releasing was stuff they were totally comfortable releasing that really told you nothing. It would be stuff that was pretty much already out there to some extent. It would be like a picture from a different angle, you know, at the house the day his body was found. Like, well, what does that tell us? Absolutely nothing. So similarly, that's what's going on here. These are peculiar clips, sure. And what are they? Well, I don't know. But this is already stuff that's out in the ethers. They're just saying, hey, the Navy signed off on this. And that's really the only addition here, the way I see it. The Navy saying, okay, that's cool. So with today's event, here's what Tom DeLonge has to say about it. With today's events and articles on my and To the Stars Academy efforts to get the U.S. government to start the grand conversation, I want to thank every shareholder at To the Stars for believing in us. Next, we plan on pursuing the technology, finding more answers, and telling the stories. So Tom DeLonge's happy that the Navy gave this seal of approval to the videos that they had already published. So let's check them out, shall we? Why not? Here's the first one. Boom. All right. So the clouds.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. my gosh.
They seem really calm, by the way. Like, bro, man, that's like, we don't know what that is. If that was me and I saw what was like a UFO in real time, I'd be freaking out. I wouldn't just be like, whoa, bro, that's not a plane. Is that a bird? This might be extraterrestrial. Wow, cool. Man, I'm going to text my wife, like they seem very calm. All right.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 miles from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS, though, is it? It's not. It is an LNS, dude. Well, if there's look at that thing. It's rotating.
He got like a little excited towards the end. That was just, oh, look, it's flying against the wind. Yeah, it's flying in a way that, I don't think, I've never seen anything do that before. Huh. All right, let's watch this one.
Nickel, that's one thing of logic. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger, there's troubleshooting. Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay.
So that's interesting.
Gosh, dude. Wow, look at it fly!
So that's interesting. Here, let's watch it once without the sound on. So it looks like it's flying a lot lower, right? Like it looks closer to the water, but it looks like it's going so fast that they had a hard time capturing it. And then they finally capture it. So it looks like that this object is going really, really fast. And they allegedly don't know what it is. Again, they seem very calm. But again, who knows what more they know that they're not telling us. We don't know one way or the other. All right, so check this out. This one doesn't have sound, I don't think, so we can just, This one's kind of, it's just sort of like, okay, there's a thing. Yeah, there's no sound to this. There's no one being like, whoa, bro, check that out. Here, I'll narrate it. I'll try to be like the other two. Hey, that's the thing. We don't know what it is. I've never seen this before. Totally calm, because maybe I know more than the general public does. Or maybe I don't. Well, we may never know for sure. But that's a thing. Kind of looks like a piece of poop. Looks like a turd. But it's not. It's a UFO. We think maybe. Maybe it is a turd and they're just messing with us. That'd be funny if it's like, get one of the interns' turds. We're gonna do a thing that we're going to publish it first in the New York Times in this academy. We're going to make them think it's some big thing, and then we're going to say we approve of it a couple years later just to mess with people. We'll see if Andy Kaufman's anti-newspaper picks it up. That'd be funny. All right, so anyway, that's this one. And so there you go. And you guys know me. I am totally curious, completely curious when it comes to UFOs, and I don't have an agenda one way or another. I'm just one of those, like, I'm intrigued by it. I find it fascinating. It's one of those things that we talk about some on this show, and I don't know, but I will have the critical lens of saying, okay, all those things we just watched, all the things we saw there, the Navy and the powers that be are totally cool with us seeing that. They have no problem with us seeing that. And nothing that we saw was new. That was not new footage. That was not new evidence. This has already been published. And the Navy is just basically saying, yeah, we're cool with this. We're going to publish it too. So in other words, not only are they fine that it was published initially. Like, it's not like, oh, it was published initially and the Navy didn't like that, but now they've evolved on that. No, they were cool with it the whole time, because they wouldn't bring it up again if they weren't cool with it. So this is something the Navy's cool with, and that's just something to keep in mind. Are those videos legit? Are they not? I don't know. I have no idea. And diving into this stuff is fun. But you didn't. This wasn't a big shoe drop in regards to UFO footage. So, just something to keep in mind. It's just something to keep in mind.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your